I would rather eat bluegill than any fish, okay, that's ever been. It's the best tasting little panfish that they is. So we're going to target bluegill in an easy way. Anybody can do it. Anybody can fill their freezer full of bluegill and shellcracker this way. Y'all stay with me. Let's go ahead and rig us a rig. To make it fun, I'm going to use an ultralight rod. This is a 6.5 foot sow belly rod, ultralight, wimpy as can be. I'm talking about wimpy as a dish rag, with a little 1000 size Daiwa reel, high vis line, 2-pound test line. I'm going to make it fun. Alright, check this out. This is so neat right here. Okay, 2-pound line. This is a strike indicator. I bought several of these right here, packs of these. They come in a pack. Years ago, I don't know the name of them, but it's just a small little strike indicator. It's about the size of a butter bean. And you just run your line through there and then pull it off. Boom. Just like that. I love these little floats like this. The reason is because I bought them to catch shiners. If I'm going to target big bass, big largemouth, it's a neat little float for shiners, and I found out it's a great little float for bluegill and shellcracker or other panfish. Now I like a size 8 or a size 6 Aberdeen hook. This is just the Eagle Claw light wire panfish hook. So we're going to tie it on with a Palomar knot. Well, Richard, why a Palomar knot? It's the strongest knot that you can tie. And we're just using 2-pound test lines, so I'm wanting 100% strength out of my line. So either I'm going to tie a Palomar knot or a trilene knot. A trilene knot is, they claim by the stretch test that a trilene knot is also just about a 100% knot. So I'm just going to do a trilene knot right here, and no weight, because what we're going to be doing is fishing a shallow pond, or pretty good sized body of water, really. I guess you would call it a pond or a small lake. I would call it a pond. No weight or anything. Look at there. Alright folks, this is what we're going to use right here. Usually I scrape around stuff like this and I'll get me a few crawlers, but see, there's one right there. That's a red worm. What about that? And there's another one. So it's just full of them in here. But anyway, I'm going to use these because I bought the doggone things. They're red worms. There's 30 in here. Got them at Wally World. What I like to do is hook them once, okay, like that. Now this is for bluegill and shellcracker, and then again, just twice, just like that, folks. The reason why, they move a lot. Both ends are moving. Now these fish are not on bed. I want to make that clear, but I'm just moving it a little bit. Look here. That must have been a little bitty one. I'm just moving it just a little bit. Look here. Oh my. That's a good one, I believe. Better loosen off of my drag a little bit. This is a good one right here. This is going to be more like it. Beautiful, beautiful fish right here. Golly. Look at there, what a fish. That's what we're talking about. That's a good one right there. That's the size I want and bigger. Alright, let's walk back over here. Then now, did I mention this? This is a very shallow pond. very shallow. I could probably walk all the way across it. And the water's low. We're really needing some rain, to be honest with you. So that's the reason I'm fishing this shallow, is because it is a shallow pond. Okay. So I'm probably a couple inches off the bottom when I throw parallel like this. And that little bitty strike indicator, I love them because a fish cannot feel it. You might near hook every fish that bites. If he gets that hook in his mouth, he's not going to let it go because he's not feeling any resistance. That's why I like that little strike indicator. And there's another one right there. Yep. It's just that easy. There's a lot of baits on the market, folks. We're going to go ahead and keep that one for bluegill and shellcracker, or panfish just in general. But when it comes to catching fish, worms, crickets, mealworms, I'll tell you another thing we used to use is red wasp larvae. And what we would do, we would go around looking for wasp nests, and those little white larvae that comes out of those cones are perfect for bluegill and shellcracker. Now, I'm not one of them type that'll just wad this worm up into a perfect little ball. I just hook them once or twice. That right there is very appealing. You got those two tag ends that's moving, drawing attention, folks. To me, that's very, very important when it comes to fishing for bluegill or shellcracker. Look here. Golly. This is something that everybody needs to be doing. Okay. It's fixing to rain, but we almost got a mess. Let's lift him up. Golly. That's going to be good eating right there. Now, the way I fix these, I'll scale them, cut their heads off, gut them, leave the fins on, batter them, and fry them. That's it. I eat the tail, the fins, the whole fish. Best eating fish in the world right here, to me. Let's put him in the bucket. This 2-pound test line is like sewing thread. There's no weight. I'm not throwing any weight, but the reason why I can throw so far, make such a long cast, is because of the tip on this ultralight. Okay, real flimsy. And it's allowing me, and it's 6.5 feet, it's allowing enough spring on the back cast to punch that bait way out there with no weight. You'll catch far more fish without a split shot if you're in a situation where there's no current like this. Far more fish, folks. There's a good one right there. Nah, he ain't too good. Even though they got a small mouth, a size 8 or a size 6 hook is really is as small as I'll go, really. It's all you need. They'll inhale that without any trouble. A big one will. We're going to let this one go. That's a big one, but let's let him go. They'll inhale that without any trouble. And as soon as I see my cork go under, I go ahead and just set the hook. And with 2-pound test line, the hook set's going to be very, very light. I more or less just lean into the fish because them big bluegill are so strong. If you really set the hook, they'll pop this 2-pound test line like nobody's business. There he goes. Yeah, that's a big one. Yep, there's another big one. I'm just going to take my time. when they get that big. Wow. This one's doing a number on me. Golly. I can't get over how big some of these fish are. That's the kind there that'll break your line. That's the kind right there that will pop your line like nobody's business. Look at that. Let's put him in the bucket. Bluegill this size with 2-pound test line, normally I'll catch 6 or 7 of them because I have my drag set real loose. And I do that so it won't stress my knot out. But after about 6 or 7 bluegill, I'll just cut that knot and retie a new one, a fresh one, because you know they will they can break this line. And another thing I like about this little bitty strike indicator, you know, it's kind of hard to see. It's overcast a little bit and there's a glare on the water. If you lose track of that little thing, I mean, you can see how small it is compared to my finger. It offers such little resistance that when a big bluegill hits it and starts moving with it, you can see your line move. You know, it's laid on top of the water. It's like that right there. I missed him though. Doggone it. That was a good one. I believe that was a good one. I'm gonna make another cast out there. But that's exactly, I almost demonstrated that just right. But now I can see the little court right there, little float. Let's see if that fish is still there. That was a pretty good fish. I'm also watching my line right there on top of the water, see? I lost contact of my float, but I see my line moving off. And we got a good one right here. Because of that. Yeah, it's a good one. He's done turned sideways, giving that lull. And that's where they get their power. They use that broad body and they'll get sideways from you just like that, and you talking about pulling. See how he's doing? That's what makes them so strong, I believe. Quit. Big son of a gun. He snookered me once, but I made another cast and caught him. That's a giant. Look at that. That has got to be the biggest one I've caught. Or maybe the second biggest. Big old giant. Well, folks, I want to say that's one of the easiest ways I know to catch a fish. Very productive, and it's a lot of fun if one uses the right tackle. In my opinion, I want to say thank y'all for everything y'all have ever done on this channel. We've been on YouTube for quite a while now, and because of y'all, this channel has built up big, and I appreciate everything y'all do. All the great comments, just everything y'all do. Hey man, woo. Adrenaline is a problem for me. Always has been, woo. And remember, go fish it when you can, because it's good for you.